Live but recorded from the race trailer. It is Line Locked, where we talk about everything racing at a 100% emphasis on the drag style, not the lifestyle.
Drag style?
Oh, drag style.
Yeah, so we're in the trailer. We're doing a little test run, but we're also recording a podcast just to see how this works. I know we got some echoes we got to deal with.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I overloaded the circuitry when I went through that intro.
Yeah, it was pretty loud, but we'll compress that down. Mainly, we're just letting you guys know we're taking this thing on the road. So starting next week is our first race in Indy, and we're going to talk about that today, all our races this year. And then every time we race, we're hoping to have a special guest next to us. We have them on a mic, and we'll bullshit.
Yeah, and racers from the event, maybe even spectators, just see what they
Fans, that'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
They'd be excited about it, I think.
I think so, too.
I think that's actually a good idea.
Yeah, we'll bring on a special fan on every one of them if we have a fan there. So what's been going on with you, Chris? Anything?
Oh, man. Getting the cars ready for racing has been kind of a challenge because I had to reinstall my transmission. I had to have it rebuilt by Dishon Transmissions.
Thank you,
Dishon. He put everything in an SFI case. Hopefully now it's going to shift whenever I tell it to shift and not just randomly.
Yeah, whenever it feels like it.
Yeah, whenever it feels like it. So that's going to be pretty cool.
Also rebuilt your blower.
Rebuilt the blower, put the new gaskets in there and the seals because it was leaking down. And we found the possible culprit for the blower gasket popping out.
Yeah, we're thinking.
We're thinking. We're not going to divulge because it was human error, probably Chris error. But so we think we got that figured out. So as of last year, we finally got the Nova to be about where it needed to be, and hopefully this year it's going to be right there in the top 10 at least for this year.
Yeah, I think you'll be very competitive if you get your light down. The shifting's definitely gonna make a huge difference, and then I think we've got the tune-ups for the amount of horsepower you need.
Yeah. So on your truck, man, big changes for you too, right?
Just basically rear end stuff. I went from a 10.5 wide to 16 wide rear tire.
So the whole time from like last year when you went blown alcohol, the traction was always an issue. Mm-hmm. And so now there should not be an issue, right?
No, if you do the actual math on it, I've actually added at least a third tire if you went by the 10.5, almost a fourth. Just on the surface area on the track.
Yeah.
Plus, have a little bit more leniency or leeway on tire pressure because the 10.5, you had to have it exactly right in order to make it work.
Yeah.
The 16's hopefully going to be a little more forgiving.
And they're taller too, right?
They're taller, but my old ones are 29.5. These are 33s. Yeah. So they're taller and wider.
So that plays an effect in, on not only launch speed, but at the end of the track.
Yeah, RPM. Which, honestly, the motor kind of I feel like the motor was starting to lay over on the big end, so this will probably help it because it's going to be lower in the RPM range when I cross the traps at 160. But I think this year, at least, I'm not going to say anything because I always change my mind, but this year we're just going to run 9.0. We may play with some 850 stuff at Test and Tunes, but I think we've got tune-ups for 9.0. Obviously not with this tire, but at least we have a good idea what it takes to get to 9.0. And then we're just going to try to do 9.0 and be competitive. Yeah. So speaking on that, unless you got something else.
No, go ahead.
Let's just talk real quick about what races we're going to be at this year. So this coming weekend, we're going to be at the Hot Rod Nationals. That's in Indy. That's May 17th through 18th. We'll actually be there on the 16th for Test and Tune. Mm-hmm. Weather's not looking great right now. We're hoping that changes.
I saw that.
But it's pushing towards the end of the week. So Thursday just freed up. So I think we'll at least get tested too.
Yeah, well, just to get those cars down the track one time, I'll be happy with it.
And then you get to hang out with friends.
Yes,
so
exactly.
It won't be that big of a deal.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hoping we get some racing off. But it looks like Saturday, right? Last time I looked, it was like 87%.
Yeah.
But I think it was evening. So if we can get it all in the early, at least get a few rounds where we can split some money.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. All right, the next one's in Nostalgia Nationals. This is a NHRA put on event.
That is a big event too.
It's June 13th, 14th, 15th this year. And that's one of our, actually probably our biggest race as far as fan base and car count.
Yeah.
So I know in Progress last year was like 65 cars.
Yep. And it's a big event. Plus, they have a big car show out there, and this is when all of our family come in and visit because it's like probably the closest track to our home.
And quite honest with you, if you're a fan of ours and you want to come meet us, that would be one of the better races you go to. Not only do you have a lot of stuff to watch, but there's a lot of more free time between rounds.
Yeah.
Saturday's not a great day to come hang out.
Yeah.
Race day, eliminations day, but Thursday and Friday, they're both qualifying days, and we'll have some time. So
we'll actually be down there on Monday.
Monday night,
sleeping in in the drive.
We actually had a discussion about that. The Power Tour.
Oh, yeah.
It leaves from there on Monday.
Oh.
So I'm not sure if there's going to be some things that happen that make us not be able to go.
They might not want all those cars sitting
So, we're trying to figure that out. But that's a great race to go to. The Nostalgia Nationals, it's a NHRA put on event with the NDRL. Straight Axle Mafia is going to be there.
Oh, yeah.
It's a massive race. It's a lot of fun. It's got nitro, funny car, and front engine dragsters feds.
Straight Axle Mafia is going to be an Indy too, right?
Yeah. Yep. And we're actually, if you're watching this and listen to this on the way to the track, we're going to try to get a couple of the Straight Axle guys on because they're a lot of fun in Indy for our first live from the trailer.
Yeah.
The next race is Blue Suede Cruise. That's July 26th through 28th. That's Norwalk, Ohio. Oh, I didn't say that. Nostalgia National, that's Beach Bend in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Sorry, I did not mention that. Blue Suede Cruise is July 26th through 28th. That's in Norwalk, Ohio.
Yeah.
That's going to be a fun one.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
But man, what a beautiful track that is.
It is.
It is. We always have fun every time we go there. They have fireworks afterwards.
They have ice cream.
Yeah.
Really nice facility.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And also a great track and a great race to come see us at because it's also some time between rounds.
Yeah.
Except for elimination days, which is that's Saturday. All right, so the next race is Mother Road Rendezvous, which is August 23 through 24, and that's Race Our Worldwide Technology, which is in St. Louis or East St. Louis. So, it's a fun race, too. It's a great track.
Yeah. And
they have go-kart racing there.
We went go-kart racing last year. Yeah, that was good.
It's a fun time. So come see us. I got some family that's in that particular area. They may come see me, too. We will be there again August 23rd and 24th. We usually get there a day early. The next race is Funny Car Nationals. That's in Martin, Michigan, September 6th through 7th.
Yeah.
So we're excited about that one. We love that race. The track runs late, though, and there's some dew. So we'll see what happens with that one.
Yeah, you can actually see the moisture in the air there at nighttime. I think one of my passes, I don't know if it was I guess it was a qualifying passes. It was literally like at 11 or 12 o'clock at night, and it was pretty scary.
Yeah.
Because you could see the moisture on the track, and that wasn't very fun going, 130-something miles an hour down there, but it turned out all right, though.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
And I think after that, we're back at Bowling Green, aren't we?
Yes, that was Bowling Green. Sorry, I got to text Dad. He's coming here at 10 a.m., and I'm afraid he's going to pop in that door, so I'm just letting him know.
So the October race is the Fall Classic, Nostalgia Fall Classic in Bowling Green again. It's not as big as the first Bowling Green race, but it's a good race.
Yeah, that's October 11th and 12th, Beach Bend Park. That's going to be a great race as well. We always love that race just because it's end of the year. It's kind of bittersweet. We're worn out by then, but I did well. It's a good little race.
Yeah, that was the one you did. You went a few rounds.
The couple years prior to that, I did well there too. I went 3 rounds.
Yeah.
So it's a good race. I think it's because everybody's tired.
Yeah.
It's the only reason I do well.
Everybody just wants to get over with maybe by then.
Well, for the most part, a lot of the championship stuff is
already.
Yeah. Hopefully this year's not going to be the case.
Yeah.
Maybe there'll be some up and comers. We know 7-0's got some new guys.
Yeah.
We know ProComp's got some new guys. Plus Nick actually. He signed up on time this time.
Did he?
So he's going to get points for Indy.
Oh, that's nice. So watch out, Jackson.
And Jackson got married, so he's got to deal with marriage problems too.
It's all downhill from here.
So that's going to be tough for him. You know how that is, marriage stuff.
Yeah.
It's actually my 11-year anniversary today.
Today? Oh man, congratulations!
Thank you. I should be with my wife, but she's out doing soccer stuff.
Out with her boyfriend?
Yeah, out with her boyfriend. So anyway, those are the races we're going to go to. We're all real excited about it. We're excited to get started.
Yeah.
A little nervous. I'm a little nervous anyway. There's a big change on mine. Your front end's a big change too. It probably make you a little nervous. We redid all your front end.
Yeah, we changed all the tie rods and stuff like that. I just felt like last year there was something just not right. And granted, we added weight on the right side of the car, and so it changed from when the weight was in there from when it wasn't. It leaned a little different, drove a little different, and so I was like, I just wanted to try to have peace of mind and replace all the bushings on it. So hopefully it's put together right. I know all the cotter keys are in there.
Yeah, well, and we did a redneck alignment.
Yeah.
You hadn't even went down the road with it yet.
No, I really
That's something
haven't.
you probably should do before we load it.
Nah, I'll just do it on the track.
Yeah,
It'll be all right.
well, at least you'll see if it goes straight on the way to the track, I guess. Get into the staging lanes.
Well, I could drive around the pits. We do that all the time anyways.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of effort to give you a little more tow if you need it.
I was going back and watching, though, some of my races from the cockpit view, and a lot of my times, my steering wheel is cocked to the left going straight down the track. And
Well, that could have been just because you didn't put it on the right.
well, I have it marked.
Oh, okay.
So I have it marked just like they do in NASCAR.
Yeah, okay.
And so I know it goes in the same spot every time.
Yeah.
And that's why when we rednecked the alignment, I made sure it was center and right on. But the other thing I was thinking, the weight was in there when we did that alignment. So we'll
Oh, yeah.
170 pounds was sitting in there.
That could be a problem.
It could be.
But do you need 170?
No, the last race we didn't run any weight at all.
So for you listeners, one thing we thought maybe was going on with his car going different places is we did the alignment without the weight.
Yeah.
So we did the alignment with the weight this time by accident because I don't think that was an intention.
It wasn't intentional, but out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, so maybe we'll have to do something at the track. I don't know that it would. Well, here's the deal. Yours does come in and out of tow as you go up in the air.
Yeah.
So I think it actually tows in further as you launch, which may or may not help. But we did the alignment 1 inch off of ride height so that hopefully at least by the 200-foot mark, your car settles to 1 inch.
Yeah.
And that'll, I don't know.
Yeah, my car doesn't really settle very much, honestly. If you watch the videos of it, it stays in the air the whole time.
Does it?
Yeah.
So we probably should have done 2 inches.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, seriously. I mean,
Well, the thing is, you're going to get more and more tow the faster you go. Then I guess we'll just have to see. I don't know. It'd be interesting. I don't know if mine's going to launch straight or go backwards. I'm going to probably leave the wheelie bars on real high, set them at like 6 inches, and then hopefully I don't hit them. But if I
was
do,
going to say, if you hit them, that may startle you and see what the suspension is going to react to.
Pat Friels called me. I called him first to ask him about where he sets his, just to give me a rough idea. And he said between 5 and 6 is a good average, good place to start anyway. And then he called me back like 10 minutes later. He goes, "Oh yeah, you need a 1/4 inch lower on your right because it's a 4-link."
Oh.
So I don't, that's one thing I don't know. Is it that? I guess it's that sensitive. A 1/4 inch is a big deal. I don't know.
Huh.
I don't know nothing about wheelie bars. I tried to learn. It's tough though. It's not easy.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
It's a whole new ball game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be launching really soft anyway because of all the horsepower. I don't want to run faster than I know.
Yeah.
So I usually, with the smaller tire, I was launching at like 2,800. With the big tire, I'll probably launch the same. The only thing is, it's probably going to be even faster on the first 100 feet. I may lose some on the big end because the tires are bigger and heavier, but
Yeah.
so I may have to bump that up a touch. But I think at 2,800, there's not really a whole. It's not going to be able to go backwards. I mean, that's pretty slow.
I'd be willing to bet, if you really wanted to, you can really launch it higher and make those big tires dig in.
Well, you could, but
you're
it's if I go 850 or 8.0, that's definitely what I'm going to have to do. I don't want to come down hard.
Yeah.
And you risk when you come up that fast, if you get scared or nervous or something happens and you got to let off, that you come down hard, you could hurt things.
Do we have a friend that's
Yes.
done that before?
Yeah, and actually, I just talked to him day before yesterday. He's missing one thing.
One thing?
Yeah, he's
What?
replaced a bunch of stuff. He needs to come on here. I think we'll try to have him on in Bowling Green because he was supposed to come on at some point during the winter to talk about all the damage.
Oh, yeah.
And if I don't know if I'm going to be able to because we don't have green screen anymore. Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag there. Huh? A lot of people thought we were actually doing this in front of the cars the whole time, but no, we had a green screen.
Well, the first 2 episodes was in front of actual cars.
Yeah, so maybe that's what made people think that.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I'll try to put a picture. But Brian Todd, he He put his little, was it 29 mile, I believe?
Yeah.
He put it dragon bumper for the most part. Landed, he broke a bunch of shit.
Oh yeah.
I forget what he said the total was, but it was upwards of like $5,000 or $6,000.
Yeah, I believe it.
So the only thing he's missing now is the spring. So the front spring, it's a single spring. It used to be chrome, but he can't get one in chrome for 4 weeks, which if you do the math right now, it's like really close.
Yeah.
So, and he's hoping to test. Nonetheless, he should be, hopefully should be ready. He's supposed to call around yesterday, try to find another spring. I told him, try to find one that's not chrome.
Yeah.
Maybe he can find that pretty easy.
Yeah.
And then have that chrome one sent to him whenever it comes. But
I mean, he's only going to bust it again.
yeah, so he had to do that. He had to do a new front axle, shocks, gearbox for the steering gearbox.
Yeah.
I think it was tie rod.
Yeah.
About everything. Oil pan.
Yeah. That thing came down hard.
That diaper, he only got one pass off that diaper. The diaper's destroyed. But the new diaper he got is really nice. So when we talk to him, I'll bring pictures and we'll show pictures of all the stuff he's done.
Awesome.
But it's that's a lot of money for one pass. Nonetheless, we're looking forward to talking to him as well. And maybe we'll try to record like 2 episodes at the racetrack, and then we'll have multiples for the week. I don't know. We've been taking a little bit of a break just because we're so busy trying to get everything ready. And go ahead.
I was going to say, and speaking of where we're at in this Taj Mahal of trailers here is our new toy. And
we barely got out of that driveway.
Yeah, it's scary getting it in and out.
So we have not went out of the driveway with it loaded yet.
Yeah,
which is going to be the next hurdle. It's going to happen this week.
Yeah.
But we did get it out of the driveway unloaded, and we've got it back in twice.
Yeah.
The first time was a 1-shot deal. The second time was like a 2 or 3-shot deal. But we're figuring it out. The trailer's pretty maneuverable, even though it's 2 foot longer than my old one.
Yeah.
And it's a lot taller and heavier. I think unloaded's like 12,000 pounds.
So before we were taking a pull behind trailer, and then we had an open trailer that the Nova went to all these places with. So it's 2 vehicles, 2 gas tanks and everything. And so now we did this. We've had this kind of like dream for a couple years now just to do this. And so we finally bit the bullet and did it. And we're going to see. Hopefully it's going to be a good year. We don't have to worry about, cars breaking down. I mean, obviously the toter could break down, but we don't have 2 vehicles that could possibly break down.
Now we're 1 breakdown away from not racing at all.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
All eggs in one basket.
That's exactly right, because some kind of catastrophe happens, we're in trouble.
Yeah, so one of the things I thought about doing is getting rid of my normal pickup truck and then buying a, what they call like an M2 Freightliner. Chris Crable actually had one for sale, but I'm not ready to buy one right now. At any rate, that could pull this trailer if and when that toter has a problem, which that's inevitable at some point. We're going to have some issue. Yeah. I mean, that's just how it goes. But we're hoping this season. I changed every single oil. Every drop of oil on that toter has been replaced this year. So we always do the oil, but the transmission and rear end I've not done since I owned it, which has only been 4 years, which I know a lot of these guys are like, holy shit, you're talking 20,000 miles. So it's not that much, but it is 4 years worth. So I went ahead and changed both of those. I was surprised the rear end in this thing takes 5 gallons of fluid.
That is insane.
That's a lot.
That is insane.
A lot of gear oil. But yeah, did that and did the hub oils, changed all the fuel filters.
Wow.
Should be good to go.
And replaced tires on the trailer.
Yeah, we got 4 new tires on the trailer. We got spares.
Yep.
The only thing we have to do this year, hopefully at some point, is change the rear tires of the toter.
Yeah.
So what was that? Is it windy out? Maybe
that sounded like a tree limb.
Yeah, acorn. Yeah. The trailer's rocking a little bit, like it's a little windy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what else we got? Anything?
No, man. We're just ready to kick off the 2024 season.
Yep.
Those 6 races that we're going to, that's our points races, and they're all nostalgia races. We may be hitting up some other races too. Potentially the tailgate throwdown that we've been talking about that got rain delayed.
We haven't talked about that. It got rained out since the last one. It was supposed to be April 27th.
Yeah.
And it got rained out. That kind of throws a loop for us because the next race that the rain date is, I think it was like June 1st.
Yeah.
It's between 2 races, which is good. That helps. But my biggest issue is if the truck runs really well in Indy or has problems, one of the two. Either it's going to run really well and I don't want to mess with it.
Yeah.
Or two, I have problems and I don't have time to fix it.
Yeah.
But if I have problems, it's probably more likely that would go.
Yeah.
Because then it has another opportunity to test things out. But if it does well or everything's set up correctly, I don't really want to mess with it.
Yeah. And plus that race is in Arkansas. And it's right before our big race in Bowling Green. And so we would not have any downtime going from there to going straight to Bowling Green. We'd almost not even be able to come home.
Yeah, it would be pretty much straight there.
And so if something did happen to your truck, that would be a problem.
That's the other issue. If I do break it down there, that's a big deal. I want to go. The guys are great. It's one of the coolest races I've heard of as far as truck races and whatnot. I really want to make it. We are, if you haven't heard, we sponsored a class on it. It's just logistically, it's kind of up in the air right now.
Yeah.
I would have rather it been in April. We were ready for that. I had time off. That's the other thing. I got to take 2 days off from the firehouse in order to make the Arkansas race.
Oh.
So I have the days. It's just a matter of whether I can get them off or not.
Yeah.
But it's just it's one of those logistical things we just got to deal with.
Yeah. So, anyways, guys,
tell us.
You want to talk about?
Well, tell us if you guys don't mind. Give us a comment down below if there's somebody in particular you want us to talk to at the track. If you are in our circle or whatever, let us know. We'll get them on here. Yeah. Also, if there's topics you want to hear about, or if you a particular type of driver, some of the races we go to have real pro mods. Mm-hmm. So like Keith Haney and stuff will be there. Those type of guys. Maybe if you guys reach out to them, maybe we can get somebody that's like that on here.
Yeah.
Plus St. Louis sometimes. I don't know if we'll have to look at the schedule. Sometimes they have like a RVW race there, so we got some Radio versus the World stuff.
And Big Daddy Don Garlitz was at Bowling Green last year.
Yeah.
And maybe
well, we can reach out to him.
We can see if he's going to be there again.
No offense to Big Daddy, but he'll probably want money because he, that's how it is.
Hey, well,
it's $20 to take a picture.
Well,
of him.
yeah, because he's already made his fame.
Yeah.
He doesn't need.
We'll ask him. Man, that'd be really cool. I'd be interested to talk to him. He's probably got a lot of cool stuff. Probably, he's definitely got a lot of cool stories. Wow, we'll reach out. We'll see if we can get him on here.
I mean, his coolest story is when he invented the
rear end
dragster.
Yeah. Well, that came at the cost of some toes, I think.
It did, yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, he's obviously the OG of the sport. So we'll see if we can get him on. Plus, at the Bowling Green race, they have a lot of inductees of high caliber from the old times. Mm-hmm. So maybe we can get one of those guys, somebody that's a little less famous than Don.
Yeah.
But we'll just have to see. Brian Loans will be there probably.
Oh, yeah.
So Brian Loans, hit us up. We've been trying to get you on, brother. That may actually be the ticket since he's going to be on site.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, we'll see. I'll see what I can do. Maybe the Blood Brother Racing Army or Line Locked Army, just keep tagging them and stuff to see if we can get them on here. Because I really would like to talk to him. I want to understand why he wants to be a bootlicker for NHRA. But nonetheless, I think we're going to be out. Make sure you like and subscribe. Let us know if there's something cool that you want us to talk about.
Yeah.
And then tell us if the audio and visual quality is up to your standards. I'm not sure.
We're going to do some things with the place. We'll get it looking better.
It's not finished.
Yeah.
So hopefully the generator noise or the lights aren't flickering. I know the echo is going to be an issue. We're hoping to fix that in post. Yeah. But we're fixing to figure that out right now.
Yeah.
All right. So we appreciate you tuning in. This is a short one.
Yeah.
And we will see you throughout the season. Really looking forward to it.
Yeah. So from Line Locked, I'm Chris.
I'm Corey.
And
we're Line Locked.
From Line Locked, we're Line Locked. All right.
See you guys.